So after an exciting few days in Singapore, we are now in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And my apologies, we're still having some audio issues. But right now we're standing outside of the Petronas Towers, one of the more iconic symbols of Kuala Lumpur. And just like many observation decks, you do need a reservation. I was able to get one pretty last minute. It actually cost me almost double the price of the ticket, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this done and over with. So here we go through the main lobby, through the security checkpoint to the observation decks, which, oh, by the way, you need to get here about a good 15 minutes before the reservation time on your ticket. They're kind of strict about that. But while you wait, there is a nice little gallery that contains models of the entire complex, the buildings, a lot of pictures, and just some things to kind of keep you busy until your time comes up. Then we go up the elevator. Now we are at the skybridge on the 41st and 42nd floors. Not only does this serve as a viewpoint that you can see from where we are, but the bridge obviously connects the two buildings. So if you work here, that's why it's two different floors. So there's one floor for us tourists, and then there's another floor for if you actually work in the buildings, you can get from one building to another. But pretty cool thing is that this bridge also serves as a stabilizer for both buildings in the event of high winds. Now we are on our way up to the 86th floor. Here's a decent exhibit along with all the city views that people would come up here to see. Now, we've discussed this several times before. The only reason I'm up here is because I am vlogging, but please feel free to leave a comment on why you enjoy these views. Maybe I'm missing something where I'm not getting the most enjoyment out of it possible. So please let me know what I'm missing out of these. All right, so we were gonna go over to the Menara, which is, oh my, look at this, we have sound again. It's actually not out of the way from where we're going, but kind of out of the way from where we're going. So we're gonna skip it. All it is an observation deck and a needle. I'm just gonna put a picture of it just so you don't think we're missing anything. You know what? I'll do a little bit better than that. Okay, so I did end up coming up to the Jalan Tower, and just like I anticipated, yeah, we got the tower. Okay, we're here. It's a little fake green space. But really, of course, the attraction here is taking the elevator all the way up to the top. But since we did that already this morning, like in the Petronas Towers, going up the observation deck, I'm really not up to doing this one as well, especially for this particular price point. So yeah, I just came up here just to take a look at it. Now, that's it. On to the rest of the show. What instead we're gonna do, we're gonna find wherever the metro or the underground subway system is here. I think it's around here somewhere. That's what my Google Maps tells me. And we're just gonna go to like one of the main squares where a lot of what we're gonna see is gonna be.
Hi guys, morning. So it's me Aina. I'm a Malaysian. I'm from Malaysia. So today is 31st August 2024. It's our Independence Day. So I want to wish happy Merdeka to all Malaysians out there and to all US fellows out there. Do come to Malaysia. Come and visit Malaysia because we have so many types of food for you to try and so many beautiful places for you to come. And if you come, please don't forget to say hi to me. Bye bye. Have a good day. Bye bye.
So my friend back there actually helped me out. So I was looking for the subway station to get to Merdeka Square, Merdeka Plaza. Today apparently is Independence Day here in Malaysia. So like Merdeka Square, we should be able to find some Independence Day type things going on. Well, that's the hope anyway. Now I'm really excited. I really hope they got like some nice little Malaysian patriotism flags and music, bands, parades, and all that other fun stuff. So we can really take a look at that. Didn't get any of that a few weeks ago during Indonesia Independence Day, but hopefully we can make up for that here. Okay, so I'm getting off at Pasar Sini, It's just a stop that was about 4 from like where I was. Got my handy dandy Metro card here. I forget what it's called. My Rapid costs 30 ringgit, and it comes loaded with 10 ringgit already on the card. Since I'm going to be here for 2 weeks ish, I said, you know what, just go ahead and like load it up with the 30 credits. So I have access to not only the trains but also the local buses as well. I think it's gonna be worth it. I plan on moving. Okay, so I come from the U.S., which is mostly a Judeo-Christian country. So this is the second Muslim country I've been to on the stint, and I forget that there's these like little cultural things that unless you're really here or that observant, you don't really know. So what just happened on the train was I go and sit down. I go just sit down, and there's like these 3 women. I just kind of just go to sit down, not even thinking about it, until this other woman who sat across me just kind of looked at me and said, "Hey, like we need to switch seats," because again I forgot in some cases kind of like a single man just like sitting amongst like kind of 3 women is probably not like kind of the best thing in some particular cases. So. Again, like you live, you learn, you go through this. Again, I wasn't thinking too much about it. I just needed to sit down. But just one of the things as like those of you who are planning on going different places that have like kind of like cultures, religions that differ from yours, just be on the lookout for kind of those small like little things to make sure you don't have any kind of faux pas yourself. Fortunately, again, like that was a small one. I could laugh it off and keep it moving. But it's. What can you do, right? So in case you can't tell by now, we are in the Chinatown of Kuala Lumpur. You can tell, you should be able to tell by like all, the decorations that are around, plus a lot of the vendors here more than likely selling knockoffs. But, so we're just going through here. Again, just check out the scene, check out the markets, because we just got to check out the markets. Again, I'm not buying anything. I'm not really interested in buying anything. Although it is about to be football season, I did see a Micah Parsons jersey, which was under other circumstances would be calling my name, but not today. Not today. All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Woo. Okay, just got some lemon juice, 4 ringgit, about $1. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. So like definitely sweeter than like what I was expecting, which is a good thing. Usually, the fruit juices I've gotten so far, all this trip, have been lacking in sugar because it's supposed to be a little more natural. But American, I need my sugar. So this is in the spot. All right, thank you very much. All right, so this is actually a little bit of a surprise. This is it's not quite a mall, but it's more of kind of a hybrid between like a traditional market and a mall. I was expecting, hold up, yep, got these little cutaways. This is definitely a nice little market, but at least it's air conditioned. Oh,
yeah, welcome to our event.
Woo. Yeah. All right, so to my right we have Merdeka Square, and to my left we have the Sultan Ahmad building. Nothing too particular about this building, except it just used to be like administrative offices back in the days of the British, because of course. We just walked by the river, like the River of Life, like just right past the Central Market. And so this is like one of the main central parts here. So the cool thing is I'm just standing out in the middle of the street because this entire area is blocked off. Now, I am not entirely sure if it's blocked off because it's always blocked off, or if it has anything to do with what may or may not be happening with any Independence Day celebrations. I'm actually gonna ask. Okay, bad news, guys. I just spoke to my buddy over here. Yeah, so just spoke to him. Apparently for Independence Day, they moved the celebrations an hour outside of where we're at now. He said they used to be in the square 2 years ago, but they moved it to a city about an hour from where we are. I'll drop the name because I can't remember. It's something I can pronounce. I'll just drop it. Anywho, and he said that usually they have the big celebrations in the morning. So I missed that. It is now almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think we're not having any Independence Day celebrations here because I'm not going to make the trek out there. So we are now at Jalan Alor Food Street. As you can see, a lot of street food vendors right here on the street. As you see, this entire street is shut down to car traffic, and it's straight pedestrians. There's a lot of seats just out here, and we're gonna try to find some food now. Anyone watching this who's familiar with Kuala Lumpur, they may be the first ones to tell you, oh, this is it's so touristy and it's not the real authentic Malaysian street food experience, and that may be the case. If that is, please point to me where it is, because that is one of the criticisms you hear all the time about these places. But really, I don't care. As long as I can get good food here, that's great. I might try to find something a little bit more quote unquote authentic. I am here for give or take 2 weeks. But in the meantime, I just want some good food, maybe slightly overpriced, slightly overpriced, but as long as it's good, that's all I'm really looking for tonight right now. So I ended up at this Chinese place, got some lamb, some rice, pretty basic. I hope this is good. So we had a beautiful day, just went around, basic sightseeing, like as usual, get to the city, just see the main highlights. There's still a few places I need to hit, but I have the next 2 weeks-ish to do so. All right, so now we're at the Batu Caves, just situated just about 8 miles up, just north of the main city, Kuala Lumpur. This cave complex actually houses several Hindu temples. Just up those stairs, along with one of the tallest statues of the Hindu god Murugan, which you can see prominently displayed by those rainbow steps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna climb those steps up to the cave complex and check out what's inside. Now, be warned, these are, I believe, 240, 50-ish steps. I believe that's how many steps there are going up. So I know I can make it. Years ago I did El Peñol in Colombia, which was about 745 or something utterly ridiculous. So this shouldn't be too bad. Fun stuff. All right, 200 plus steps later, we made it. We're now in the cave. There's apparently a few temples in this particular cave, so let's go ahead take a look inside. So the Batu Cave system actually hosts 3 different caves. The Temple Cave, which is a cathedral cave, which is where we're in right now. The Dark Cave, which has guided tours showcasing ecosystems, including rare species of bats and spiders. And the cave Villa, which is a gallery showcasing Hindu statues and artwork. In the main cave are 2 very much active temples. The first temple you'll see is on your left as you walk past the first set of stairs once you come in. And the second temple is up at the very top. You go up one other flight of steps and you'll see another temple. personally, I cannot describe how awesome it was being in here. So inside there were several temples. There was a ceremony that was going on in one of them. I couldn't quite identify what was going on because, of course, and I wasn't going to ask anybody because I didn't want to break up what was going on or distract from the proceedings. I was just taking in what was happening. Anytime I come to a place of worship that's not like what I'm used to, or even what I'm used to, no matter if it's a church, mosque, like Buddhist, Hindu temple, whatever, that's become a tourist attraction. I find the contrast between, folks like me, with the tourists, like foreigners, or even local tourists, who come and they have the cameras and they just want to capture everything, get the pictures, make some memories of something interesting, and those worshippers who this is just a part of their life. This is just nothing out of the ordinary. Every day they're just there to worship. And one of the things I am constantly amazed by in all these places is how both groups coexist, and there is this respect between the two, where granted they don't really cross paths, but that itself to me is my respect of okay, then I'm here with my cameras kind of gawking at everything, and I'm gonna stay out of your way so you can worship, and worshipers aren't kind of looking at those of us with cameras what are you doing here, get out. Just how both groups seem to coexist at these places, I always amazed by. Okay, so the rest of day 2 was pretty uneventful. Stopped by the Botanical Gardens, which within the Botanical Gardens is a planetarium. It looks closed, but it's actually pretty open. And there's typical planetarium things. Saw a show, and there's even, by the way, this ride was torturing those 2 little kids. A little observatory thing outside to where my man over here was explaining to me how this particular sundial works. That was pretty cool. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm in Kuala Lumpur for 2 weeks. By the time I'm recording this and releasing it, this is toward the end of my time in Kuala Lumpur. I didn't do too much within Kuala Lumpur. However, I did have some side quests, which you'll see in the next week or so, which will be in a slightly different format. But until then, I'll catch you guys later.